Today we're going to be reviewing the DJI FPV drone. I just picked it up days ago and I got the Fly More combo and the backpack to go along with it. So let's go ahead and set it. The first thing you want to do is you're going to get your stuff, put it all on the table. Yeah. So first we're going to take out the drone and we're going to take off the gimbal cover. You see it right there? This thing is a piece of plastic. You push both sides in and you very carefully pull it off. You're going to notice the difference between the propellers. This is really important that you do this correct. So there's going to be propellers like this that are just gray in the middle, and there'll be propellers like this, and they have like an orange ring in the middle. The orange ring propellers are going to go around the orange ring on the drone. So see, this has an orange ring like this. But if the propeller has a gray ring, or sorry, no ring at all, then we'll put it on the one without a ring at all. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and do that for all of them, and we'll see you in a second. Alright, before we continue the next part, you might wonder why I'm wearing a suit. That's because Yussi's Greenbird bar mitzvah party is today. Shout out to Yussi. Okay, now for the next step, you're going to take out your goggles, and you'll see over here, there's a hole over here, and over here there'll be a USB port like that, right there. And we're going to go ahead and take this little piece that DJI provides in the box. You're going to take it, and you're going to plug it into the USB part. And right next to that, if you want to put a micro SD card in the goggles, let's say something happens to your drone and it like falls in the water or something like that, then you just use that and you still have your footage. So the other cables are a black cable. This is going to provide the power to the goggles. There's going to be one end that looks circular like that, and that's going to go into the goggles. One end that is a USB to iPhone connector. So now I'm going to get my phone over here. I'm going to plug my phone into the iPhone part like this, and we're going to take this part and plug it into that black thing I showed you guys a second. Now that we got that all hooked up, we're going to go into the DJI Fly app, right over here. Go to Connection Guide, and click DJI FPV. And it'll give you instructions there what to do. Now we've got all this up, the next step is going to power the goggles. So DJI provides this little battery pack for the goggles, and you're going to go ahead, you're going to power it on. Once you've got it powered on, you're going to plug it in. When you do that, you'll hear the fans on the goggles start to go. It sounds sick. Now for the controller setup. For the controller setup, we're going to go ahead and flip up this antenna. It's like that. You flip it up. You're going to go ahead and press the on button and hold it down. And you'll hear that beeping noise. You'll take the control sticks and you're going to screw them in to the controller. Now, since some people tend to get a bit lightheaded, like me, when you're flying FPV, I have this little lanyard with a swivel that he doesn't get twisted up. And I'm going to connect it to the ring that DJI provides over here on the controller. Just like so. Oh, now that I've got the controller set up and we have everything powered on, you have to connect everything together. So we're going to go back to the DJI drone, and we're going to hold the power button and then hold it down. And you'll hear it make a few noises. Okay, now that we've got everything together, we're going to go ahead onto my phone and we'll see that we can now see the view in the drone right there. You see that? Okay, another tip, if you don't have pockets, make sure you wear pants or something with pockets. Or you can take the battery pack and your phone and put them in your pocket like that. That way they don't fall. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put the goggles on. And I'll show you guys on the screen what I see in the goggles. And let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. Okay, if you're in a bit of a kind of restricted zone, you'll see something that says aircraft in enhanced warning zone, fly with caution. You're just gonna go ahead and click this 5D button right here. Click confirm and we'll go away. And lean back like this. Hold the controller up. Make sure your goggles are centered. Make sure they're adjusted perfectly on the bottom. Take off. So as we're cruising around over here, right now we're currently in normal mode. So normal mode only lets you go up to about like 28, 29 miles an hour. If we flip into sport mode, that'll allow us to go 60 miles an hour. That is crazy fast. So right now we're going to go ahead and flip into sport mode, like so. And now we're going 45, 50, 60. 60 miles an hour. You can hear it roaring up there. Wow. We're going to go ahead and go over here. Let's go down here. Wow, this FPV is so cool, guys. Okay, so before you go ahead and flip into the hardest mode, manual mode, you want to make sure that you practice in the simulator for a bit, get really comfortable with it, and you really need to know what you're doing before you really flip into manual mode and start really flying FPV like a pro. So now that I've already practiced in the simulator and I kind of know what I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to flip into manual mode, aka, for me, insane mode, and we're going to go really fast. Here we go. So we're going to flip into manual mode, and it's going to ask you to move the joysticks in a special kind of way. That way it knows that you're ready to fly manual mode. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're in manual mode. So you might get like a few things that will pop up, like errors and stuff when you're about to take off. And that'll just mean that you're in a restricted zone like I am. And so I can't fly in manual mode unless I'm 70 feet off the ground or less. And I don't want them to really get too close to the ground. So for now, I think I'll just wait until we can get somewhere where we can really fly in manual mode. Just so you guys can see what manual mode looks like, I'm going to go ahead and put in some footage here from a different place I went to at a field where I was able to get some cool footage of manual mode. I actually went above the clouds there, and that was really cool because there was no flight altitude limits or anything. So here we go. guys, now we've been flying for a while, and we've seen some really cool footage above the clouds. We're gonna go ahead and land her. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that video, and make sure you like and subscribe to get entered into the giveaway. The giveaway will end in about 2 weeks, so make sure you do it quickly, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!